What's going on, guys? It's me, Shukashu. We are back with another Umamusume video. Hope y'all had a good weekend. And we are here back with Christmas Oguri Cap. I was actually planning to train her on Friday, but then the new banner or the New Year's Maruzensky was released, and I was like, all right, well, I guess I'll just do that next week. And that's why we are doing it right now for today's video. I wanted to give Cap another chance, obviously. Besides being Cap, I do just enjoy using her for medium distance, at least this one specifically. And yeah, I mean, I also thought about maybe trying a different character, although I think the CM is like next week, right? I think it's like next week. I haven't really checked the date, but I'll go see the date later and let y'all know tomorrow. But here we are back with the Oguri Cap. Pretty much the same inheritance and also the same setup. Decided to keep rolling with the Simply Rudolph Wise card as the borrowed card for my leaders. And so pretty much just using my Dormente and Kita for speed cards, Super Creek, Air Shakur for stamina cards, and my Nishino Flower power card, which I could be using Arden if I had gotten pretty lucky on the free pulls for the New Year's, but I wasn't. I was only able to get a copy due to just going for pity. But other than that, this is pretty much a setup: 2 speed, 2 stamina, 1 power, and also 1 wise card. So we're just gonna get this started. But before we do get started with the run and also going over the comments, if you guys haven't joined the Discord server, the link is down in the description down below. There is a channel called Circle Requests for those who haven't joined a circle or are looking for a circle to join. Y'all are free to join the circle that I'm in. It's called Shushu. Once you give that a search, hit request join. It'll let me know that you want to join the circle. And then after that, head over to the comment section or go to the Discord server to the Circle Request channel. Let me know that you sent the request along with your in-game name just so I can make sure to add you into the circle and not somebody else. But with that being said, let me get the comments loaded up. But first, let me just see which I should train. Let me also check if anything has been held for review. Doesn't seem like it. And so we'll do another turn real quick. And the first comments are gonna be from Nova. The first one says, my first impression of New Year's Maruzensky is meh. Kind of like her swimsuit version better. Wonder why. But this is telling me one thing. Costumes featured in support cards might become a reality, which means Wedding Vivlos and Verxina. Oh no, my rocks. Support cards? Costumes featured in support. I haven't really thought about that. Give me a quick sec. Does this have anything to do with the Maruzensky, one of the Maruzensky cards? I don't think so. That's it? Oh. I guess so, since technically... Not technically. Since the speed card from the event, right? It does have the Maruzensky New Year's outfit, so actually didn't think about that. I wonder if they'll do that for like future story events. It's a possibility, but they did go with 4 different outfits this time around, or characters. I'm kind of curious. Actually, I don't even know where that Grass Wonder one came from. So we'll just see. We'll just see in the future, since I didn't really realize that until now that you mentioned it. Should probably rest here. Which means Wedding Vixina and Vivlos. Oh no, my rocks. I mean, if it gives you a reason to pull, then I guess, right? Especially if you liked it. Fine. Short distance speed card. I don't know, man. I know short is my weakness, but man, this is underwhelming. Yeah. Gave us a short distance speed card while we're still training for medium distance. Although, with basically having like a month left, don't know what kind of distance they'll focus on. Although they'll probably just go back to short mile distance again, right? From what it seems like. At least that's what I'm thinking. Because we're doing medium long distance, they could go short mile again. And they'll probably just keep bouncing off like that. I'm not too sure, but could be. I want more luck in Uma. I'm greedy like that. I don't know how to respond to that. I mean, you had good luck already during the free pulls for the New Year's support banner. Yeah, the New Year's support banner. Along with your extra 100 pulls, so I got nothing to say. So can I spoil people on chapter 5 now? Union should be caught up in Zenless. I will be raiding the lore soon. It has been 6 months since Zenless has been released. It has been. That's correct. That is correct. I guess so. It does seem like Eugen did finish, although he didn't fully say yes or no, but it does seem like he had done it, so I guess. I mean, we'll be getting the I guess a new phase or a new patch in like a week and a half or so, maybe a week and a half. So we'll see what happens then, which means it's like one more week of Miyabi and Haramasa. Oh yeah, I think there is like a week left because the events are starting to wind down. I think they're like at their last week. Tanoki wasn't here on day 1, so he doesn't know the easiest way is to swipe. I mean, I think that goes for any gacha game. Give it only if you have the money, obviously. But Tanoki responded saying, I wouldn't know if I was there. Wiping is for people with poor resource management skills. And in parentheses, I'm joking. Which is kind of funny that you would say that on Nova's comment. Because if anything, he probably has good resource management, but at the same time, I'm talking like games outside of Uma. But he probably does get extra resources for swiping in the other games. So it was kind of like in Wuwa or Wuthering Waves, in the beginning at least, where he wasn't struggling with resources. Whether it was the in-game currency to upgrade stuff, like basically the money in-game, or just the actual like ascension materials and all that. While I was struggling and farming, he was chilling. He was chilling. At least that's what it felt like. At the same time, he did mention that he would, you know, wiping and all that. But I still think he does know how to. I think he has good resource management, just also due to the fact that he also doesn't pull for every character. Then Nova responded saying, triggered. Oh well, swiping is the way of truth. The fact that I did not swipe an Uma upon my hiatus is hilarious in my mind. Normally my luck should have killed my rocks already. Well, it's like I said, I think it's because you haven't, I think because you pull less, it also helps along with, I just realized that her motivation is low. Why is that? Well, not low, but it's just neutral. I think I'm just gonna do this. But I think, like I said, if since you don't really pull much, I guess I can't say the same for, I guess, girls frontline, because if I remember correctly, you said you're gonna pull for like, I think nearly everyone. I think. We'll see what happens there, but that's only one game out of like, at least from the top of my head. Oh, she didn't get. Usually, I would get the. Because you get two options there, and the reason why I always go for the bottom option is because it helps with getting one of her evolve skills, because it's one of the conditions. And usually I get I believe it's the overweight status. By that time I actually got the better option without the overweight status, basically. I do need to race, but we still got a few more days. But yeah, I think that's all I gotta say about that, I think, because I got distracted by training, but it's all good. And then let's see. Oh, that's the Meta Karen or Kern. Cool. I think you should be good for short distance. I think so. I think I have her. I guess the third one could be whoever, but it was her. Cowstone Light. 554. I think I'll do this since it seems way behind. I don't even have it close to an E. And then I guess whoever I want to train for short, I guess. For the third option. If it's a CM, then I guess most likely a debuffer. But if it's not the CM, like the League of Heroes, I can just pick whatever third option I want, I guess. At least is what it seems like at the current moment. Zenless update. I learned that Ellen and Chingy are getting a rerun. Well, they should, since We didn't get a rerun this time around, but we should be getting a rerun. The rerun started, especially Ellen and Chingy being the beginning, since they were the first two banners. Yeah, the first two banners. Which would make sense. It's about time they did start doing reruns, because yeah, it's pretty much is that time. Energy, speed and wise. I normally just go for energy regardless, so we have one more turn, but I think I'm just gonna rest it out. And then we'll just go do the race, the hopeful stakes race. Well, Ellen at this point is kind of outclassed by Miyabi in the damage department, so I don't see a point in getting her. It depends. It depends, because it depends on your teams. Because yes, you can use Miyabi as like your typical ice team main DPS, but if you're running the others along with her, either Yanagi and whatever support you choose, it will essentially just become an anomaly team, or like an anomaly stun if you decide to not run another anomaly along with her, either Bernice or Yanagi, whether you have her or not. But yeah, if you're running any of those teams and you still have an option to run a ice team regardless outside of her, because what if you need like two ice teams at one point? At least that's how I felt with the, I don't remember what it was called. It was the one with the three bosses, where you need like three different teams. And that one I was barely able to do, because it's just not the right, because my third team was my weakest team, but I was barely able to squeeze it in. The 20, was it 20k points? Although the last weakness was Ice Ether, I was able to use my Juju win at least, but I had to. It made me realize that I probably should have kept working on her, because I didn't fully build her. She was still like, some of her things are still lacking. Started focusing more on the later characters that were released after her, but I'm slowly starting to fix them up while waiting for the new banners. But also gives me another reason to what gives me another reason to work on her is the fact that Ashray Yao is being released, so another ether support would be perfect, or a actual ether support, limited ether support I should say, would make it work better, I would say. So I wouldn't say there isn't a point. She is definitely still strong, but compared to Miyabi, but also there's the two differences with Ellen being an actual attacker compared to Miyabi being anomaly. So she does um pretty much with disorder and all that. It does help her out get more of that damage out there. So there's two main differences there. So it depends on your team builds basically, because you could still definitely get Ellen if you missed out on her the first time around, if you want to have like a pure ice team and you want to put Miyabi in more of an anomaly focused team. Also, I finished Harumasu's story and I was impressed by it. I felt next to nothing with Lighter. Poor Lighter. Give me a sec. Yeah, we'll just do this. I felt next to nothing with Lighter, but this dude has a pretty tragic story. The ending was kind of cliche, but it is still good. I mean, a lot of the time these stories is can be kind of cliche. But yes, I do agree that I said in the video, but Harumasu's story was probably it was the most like tragic, I guess you could say most serious out of the Aiden stories, at least in my opinion. That's what it feels like, at least. Lighters was more like him just showing his I guess dedication to the Sons of Caledon, I guess is what I would say. His commitment to them, as he I was gonna say something about his past, but I think he's over it by that point. But yeah, Harumasu's story was definitely, and in my opinion, was on the better, like story-wise, like more serious, tragic, whatever you want to call it. And got to know more about him, obviously. But yeah, that is pretty much it from all the comments from Nova. Thank you for all the comments, Nova. Appreciate it as always. The next comments are gonna be from, or next comment is gonna be from Tanoki. Nice, no dupe for the 3-star ticket is good. Congrats on the current. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for the comment, Tanoki. Next comment is gonna be from Eugen. They have done it last year, so they did it again. It's good and bad in some cases, like increasing the new costumes on that event while milking money. But if they release 3 Umas, they won't profit. They did do it last year? Let me see. For which one, though? Like 4 characters for the same event? Or for like New Year, or like the same like holiday or whatever? Because I don't remember that. Last year was literally just New Year's Nice Nature. And then before New Year's Nice Nature was basically Satono Crown, Cheval Grand, and any collab Kita. So other than that, I just see the typical two characters for like Valentine's or the ballroom event. Even though Warfare / the Ninja event, the wedding or the June Bride, as I would call it, they're all at 2. So I don't know what they did last year. Because I swear that this is the first time they released 4 characters in the same like holiday / event as in New Year's. I don't think they've done it before, to be honest. As I scroll down, it's definitely still just been the same. Like last year, we had Nice Nature, and then we had Satono Diamond and Kita, which is 2. Perfectly normal. So yeah, Eugen, I don't know if they did it last year. Unless you're talking about just having multiple banners released, as in, but that was pretty much season 3 last year. I don't know. I don't know. But oh, is that her? I didn't notice. I thought she was just an NPC because most NPC looks good. Well, they actually ooh, what do I want to do here? I can sacrifice a day to just rest, so I guess I'll do it. Um, no, she has had a lot of importance, I guess you would, not importance, but at least social media wise when they released like on YouTube. But they also did show, I guess, hints of her posters in the background also. Um, but they made it obvious that she was gonna be the next or around one of the next new characters that they were gonna release. At least to me it did when they first like announced her and showed her. The one I got is the New Year Mr. CB, and wow, you have winning Kern, and it's a win. I wish I have her for the sake of parent runs. I would have been fine with the new Mr. CB, but I didn't get any luck, so it is what it is. It was also because of Katsuragi Ace, but again, didn't get her. 152. Pretty sure I could do better than that, but I think I should rest. It's fine. Or let's see. And then as of now, I haven't watched two to three vids. Oh well, I'm just enjoying my weekend. That's perfectly fine. Just enjoy your weekend, if need be. I mean, I normally say that you guys have a good weekend. So other than that, that is pretty much it from Eugen. Thank you for for the comment. Next comment is gonna be from Nuz, but not from a Pretty Derby video, actually from a Wuthering Waves video. And it says, finally found a time in the day to watch videos of it again. Been so busy with my master's report, I really need it to be perfect. Understandable. Understandable. But hey, it's nice to see you had some great luck. I started playing Wuwa a bit on the side when I do get time, but I'm progressing slow. I mean, the story will be there, but I don't know what the characters until they have a rerun. At least characters you've missed that you want to pull. They'll have reruns later on. But at the same time, they may or may not be power crept, I guess. But if you like the character, I guess it wouldn't matter. I would say that because in of the other games I do play, even though characters do get power crept and all that, especially characters that I do like, I still use them in their team, so it's fine unless they get support. But that's pretty much it. I don't even know which part of the story you're in, unless you were caught up prior to 2.0. Then I wouldn't say slowly, because there's gonna be quite a gap between now and the next part. And then obviously when they finish the story, there's probably gonna be a few patches after that before they head over to, I guess, 3.0. So we'll see. We'll see. But other than that, thank you for the comment, Nuz. Nice to see you back in the comment section. And then lastly, it is a comment from someone we haven't I haven't gone over a comment before. And it is from Mr. Spartacus, or I'll just say Spartacus. And it says, "Hey man, short time viewers since the 3.5 Uma Annie, and man, I gotta say thank you. I pretty much figured out this game thanks to your vids." Ooh, we failed that training. Yikes. It's fine. As long as okay. we can still be fine with this run, as long as the next part or the next remaining year goes well. I managed to get my first UC 5 months, or first UC 5 months, or is it UC 5? I think UC 5 months. I managed to get my first UC 5 months since starting this game. There we go. I was like, thanks to replicating what you do. To top it all off, it was with Sirius, who I managed to get 4 days ago. Once again, thank you, but I now think EN is now no longer an option. Gonna be JP all the way. Well, first things first. No problem, and I want to say thank you to you also for watching the vids. Whether you're a short-time viewer or a long-time viewer, I do appreciate it as always. And yeah, I mean, mentioned this before when the whole global or EN version of the game was announced, like a couple months ago, where we were talking about how it's doable to learn the JP version of the game as long as you put in the time to learn it. It'll pretty much just be the same. And yeah, you can pretty much learn the game either by watching other people or taking matters to your own hands and learning it yourself on your own time, either by looking at different resources, or obviously videos count as those, but you get what I mean. But also, congrats on your first UC. I think these days it shouldn't be too hard once you too hard to catch up to how training is, or at least to like UD, UC, as long as you had done, I guess you're getting to learn the game, and then along with whatever support cards you have. But yeah, I do agree with even though I was probably still post probably a one video for it a week, as in the global EN version, just to have it out there. It's just hard to really want to put in a lot of time, or like putting some time and effort in for the global version with how late it's been. Pretty much 4 years at this point since JP's release. It is what it is. Because I've said this before, even though there's gonna be people waiting for it, I just feel like they're gonna be so behind. They're gonna be so behind, and they're basically just gonna go through, unless they change it somehow, some way, I guess. But unless they don't, well, I'm pretty sure they're gonna start the same way. But yeah, it's just a slow start. At the time, I didn't think that way because obviously the game was new, but knowing what's gonna happen in the beginning, knowing how it felt, I mean, for me, it was perfectly fine. I had no issues with it, but if the gap was in 4 months, then it'd be a different, or 4 months, 4 years, then it wouldn't be an issue. But the fact that it's 4 years, then it kind of does become of an issue. Because I don't want to just go back. Well, I'm not gonna drop JP. Obviously, it's gonna be the main, but I don't want to go back to the point where the game was basically, we failed another training. Basically, I guess in a sense, new at that time, and now we got well, I would say this would be a bad training attempt, since we did fail training twice, and we also had to waste a turn on that. So it is what it is. We'll just see if we can somehow still get something out of it, if anything, at least. Maybe at least a decent parent. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not, but we'll see. But yeah. If you've already learned JP, the JP version, I don't really see a point in going to EN, to be quite honest. Especially at this point where it's like 4 years. I mean, even when at 3 years, I didn't think it was necessary, because the amount of scenarios for between now and when they release it's going to be a huge amount. But other than that, thank you, Spartacus, for the comment. Oh, maybe you'll see you more in the future. Who knows? But I do appreciate it regardless. And let me refresh just to see if there's any more comments. And it doesn't seem like it. So thank you, Spartacus, Nuz, Nova, and Eugen Tanoki for all the comments. I appreciate it as always. I think there's a, yeah. But with that being said, let's just finish the rest of this run. Do I have any updates for you guys, whether it's gacha related? Well, I guess so. I did catch up to a few events over the weekend. That's pretty much all I got to say. I was pretty much catching up to a couple events over the weekend in different games, whether it was Denless, Star Rail, Genshin. I did actually also. I don't know what other games. Snowbreak, probably, possibly. I don't remember. But yeah, nothing really much of a not much things to mention about what I should have said. So I guess with that being said, let me actually just check when the CM is, just to make sure that I do know when it's coming. Should be coming soon, like fairly soon. This is so bright. The page is so bright. DM. Next week, that is next week? Yeah, that's next week. So we do have some time to possibly try another character or so. And then I'll just focus on whatever, I guess, tour does as well. I think the game froze. I think the game froze. It'll be like next week on the 24th, I think, JST. So the 23rd for me. The game froze. So we'll just restart it. But also, I think I'll just, focus on the rest of the run just to possibly finish it a little bit sooner, because I don't necessarily have anything to say, to be quite honest. But I'll still be here. If anything happens in the middle of the run, obviously, I'll probably say something. But for now, we are pretty much heading towards the end, so I don't really think there's a purpose for it. So I'll just stay and chill. I just realized where I was in the training run. I'm like, I think we're at second second summer training. So it is what it is at this point. It is what it is at this point. Oh, but judging by these stats, I don't know if this run will be salvageable at all. I don't think it'll be salvageable. So I'll just do my usual and just keep going with the run and just see how it goes. Would have been better if I didn't have those 2 failed trainings, obviously. And those were below 20% too, which is also unfortunate because I had a feeling that it could happen. I guess I'll just do this. It's fine. Why is it really behind? It's not as close as I want it to be. Should just rest. And with that one, we could do that. Yeah, we'll just do that. Then here, let's see if we can... Will it? Kinda. Well, I mean, I guess I should just rather do this. We'll just see how much wise training we can get out of the way. Speed is kind of on the lower end because I think if I had it at least closer to 1500, maybe 1400 at least, then I'd probably feel more confident that it would make it to 1700 at least. But as of right now, it doesn't feel that way. Definitely doesn't feel that way. Hmm. 1300. I mean, still got to worry about power, not making it to 1200. Oh, plus I didn't get an S in any aptitude, so yeah, this ain't the run. I just realized that too about the aptitudes. No S in any of them. Since it's only 3, I guess I'll three more turns. I'll just use this now. Let's see if we can most likely get it to, hopefully get it to make sure we at least get the S upgrade for the upgrade exam. Really? That's usually the option I give, but it could have been different. It does happen once in a while, which kind of confuses me, but whatever. 17, 25, 7. I just don't like how low our stamina is. It was quite unfortunate we didn't get that out of the way. Or get the better end of that option, but we'll see what happens. We do need one more training day, so I do hope that we can make it. Oh, I can't even do that. Yikes. The run is, it is what it is already at this point, so I don't need to worry about it being too good. Oh, if I forgot. I had forgotten about her doing the Arima. What? Sorry, I thought I saw a comment, but I think it was deleted. Like a different comment. For, I don't know which video that was. Oh, this was a reply to one of the chapter 2, or the chapter 2 interludes. I guess it doesn't matter. I guess it doesn't matter. Alright, on to the last 3 turns and races for the training run. Okay. See, that would have been good if we had S aptitudes along with my setup being better, but or the stats being better, but yeah, this is gonna be most likely a UE run. Most likely, from what it looks like. A second race of the Ura finals, and then we'll see. We'll just see what the official results are. I'll just put it on speed. And then the final race. We at least got it to 1500 speed, but obviously my goal is always at 1700 at this, for at least right now. If I could reach 1800, I would, but I don't even think my cap is at, as in the cap for speed, is at 1800. I think it's like at 1792, I think. But let's just quickly pick over the skills and then see what result we have. So I'm not necessarily gonna overthink this because we didn't even get event chain 3 for Shakur, from what it seems like. So I'm not gonna worry too much about the setup on this one. I'm just gonna pick. I'm just gonna pick it. I think I already chose 3 though. Let's not pick Shakur's. That's fine. I said I wasn't gonna overthink, and here I am, kind of thinking it over. Do we have medium distance? We do. Sure. We'll just pick up the debuffs. Which? Why do I have 3 of them? I'm just picking up all the debuffs. Do we have? Yeah, we do. That's fine. That winter, because it is still winter. I believe it's 2400, so I can grab that. And then this. I'll just go back down and I'll just pick whatever seems familiar. Though it doesn't necessarily matter what I pick at this point. One more skill. Anywhere. Any skill possible. You know what? I'll just double circle this. There we go. Just so I don't spend too much time just looking at skills when this specific cap I won't be using. And let's just pick our evolve skills. We would have had more, but didn't quite. Well, we would have had at least one more for the Urshiker one, but didn't manage to get it. But we did end up at a UE like I said I would, because training wasn't that impressive, I would say. Wasn't that what was I say? Wasn't that good with whatever happened. But it is what it is. We ended off with 1511 speed, 1568 on stamina, 1246 on power, 901 guts, and 1140 on wise with no S aptitude. That is, it's a bad run, I would just say. Not a decent run, not a good run, just a bad run. So there's really nothing worth mentioning about this, about the stats and all that. So with that being said, guys, that is going to be the end of this run. If you guys did make it this far, I do want to say thank you. If you guys can, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. Let me know how your guys' weekend were, and if there's anything else y'all do want to talk about. Doesn't have to be about Pretty Derby, could be about other games, anime, and all that. Just leave it down in the comment section. As long as it's appropriate, I'll go over it. And if you guys haven't joined the Discord server, link is down in the description down below. There is a channel called Circle Request for those who haven't joined a circle or are looking for a circle to join. Y'all are free to join the circle that I'm in. It is called Shushu. Once you give that a search, hit request join. It will let me know that you want to join the circle. And then after that, head over to the comment section or to the Circle Request channel in the Discord server. Let me know that you sent the request along with your in-game name, just so I can make sure to add you into the circle and not somebody else. But with that being said, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you once again. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.